I wanted to welcome you back. Just doing another energy reading, energy check. There's been a bunch of jumpers, but nothing that's been really coming out. But I feel that perhaps that's time to put on a video to see what happens, right? See? Some new jumpers that really wanted to jump. So, Daughter Spirit, I just did the other reading with my hair down. You know, Daughter Spirit, they really want to be known. Keep that as like, keep the doorway open. So when you talk to Spirit, when you talk to any type of energy, to, I'm going to have it over here actually. Whatever, it doesn't matter, you don't really need to see it. It's the more important how some things happen in camera view and then some things that don't, like there. Like you can see it now. No big deal. But anyways, we got Goddess of the Moon, Storm Warning, Community, and Anxiety. Going backwards in the card reading, which a lot of people don't do. I know that you will be able to see all the cards, but that's okay. I'll show you them as we go on this reading. So they want to encourage you to keep your faith about you, your wits about you. Be using your intuition at this time. Your higher self guiding you in the better steps that you need to be focusing on, and not paying attention to the commotion and ruckus on the side. You know, people that want to draw your attention. Use your intuition at this time to pull your energy straight through, to try to get your third eye to open. Using, you know, there's tapping out there that you can use. If you look up, I think it's something where you're tapping energy when you're listening to certain sounds. Like it could be ocean, it could be fire, it could be, you know, some kind of meditation music that makes you calm down. You can tap with intention to clear the blockages. Not you can look it up on Google. There's you can look up on Google about you know, tapping human body, tapping animal bodies, you know, releasing blockages, right? You can learn that within yourself so that you're healing, you're keeping the faith, you're keeping with the alignment of the rules that you follow within any establishment, may it be spiritual, Christian, and, you know, all the religious bases. Okay, I'm not going to go through it because there's a lot of them out there. A lot. And I respect all of them. I don't bash any of them. You know, use your intuition at this time for what's going to be coming down the line. Prepare yourself. Eat proper. Drink water. Warm water. You know, you can go on a butter chicken diet, or you can go on a rice diet. You can, like, naturally take down all of the junk and all that kind of stuff that no longer is in it for the best of your ability, and then incorporate walking. Like, go for a walk in the woods, and it help ground yourself at the same time. You're doing more things than just walking in the woods. You're taking the moment to just like breathe a sigh of relief and stop and look at the birds flying and saying, isn't this beautiful? It's a beautiful day, right? You're doing other things than just going for a walk. You're using your intuition on finding your path, and either may it be tapping or going for a walk. You're using that intuition at that time, so please keep it with you and keep your faith up. Next we have Storm Warning. So there's going to be a little bit of hiccups coming through with all when you leave the past behind and you're using your intuition for your own benefit. There's always going to be some kind of a storm warning coming through, just to throw a monkey wrench in your perfect plans. That's usually how it goes. And where is it coming from? A community base. Now the community base could be anything. Family, friends, who knows? Like, it's up to you on your community, and what type of energy it needs. Really. The readers out there that try to force the energy, try to get you to think of your own scenarios that you're going through, doesn't necessarily have the best interest at your heart. Now, I'm going to probably make a lot of people upset, and that's okay. But you should really know that there's many different readers out there that try to get and grab your attention by using underhand tactics that doesn't necessarily work or convey the best messages for you to be hearing and understanding, okay? Like, these messages are like timeless messages, so where, like, whenever you hear them, it's like, this is like the infinite energy on knowing how to see from the other side a perspective that you wouldn't necessarily know, especially on how to calculate, how to read people, or using your own intuition. This is like a guidance. It's like the galactic guide, right? Because cell phone is like galactic energy. You're using minerals that hit the earth millions of years ago, and you're tapping that ancient knowledge of microchip, of gold, silver, copper, palladium, whatever other, certain types of minerals that create that connection of an infinite energy. So you're tapping your own intuition, tapping in. And when you do that and you leave certain people behind, it creates a turbulence. How is the ocean moving? Do you hear that behind? This is like East Coast energy, like Florida waves. This reminds me of like the Atlantic coast. That's the type of energy that I'm used to. It's like, it's soothing. How is it moving? And so, like, when in my other videos that I talk about how the ocean is moving, how does it move? When you go to the ocean on a stormy day, what does that feel like to you? Are you releasing your energy on a stormy day that you have anger issues, or the people that you get angry with, even the people that you don't know, and you stir up emotions within them and they don't know why they hate you? They just hate you. They just, I hate that person. Even though that they don't even know you. Or maybe that they do. And there's some kind of like informant that knows you from something. And you're like, I don't even know you. I don't know why you're being a certain way with me. Right? You're using your intuition to be picking up and tapping in from the higher being, from the higher energy, to know that there's people going to be around you that's going to be creating storms. And it's a test and a lesson for you to understand that it very well may be the people that are in your community that are creating the shit. And in the shit is you. And it's creating anxiety in your house. You're doubting your own self in your own house from outside energy that's creating a shitstorm because do you know why they want to create this shitstorm? Is because they want to attack your third eye and your intuition. Because then you lose faith. And within that, right, then they can control you, right? That community member, negative, even if it's positive, you have to be very careful of the people that you're around, because sometimes the devil doesn't always wear red. Maybe it wears white, right? Maybe they, right? It depends the types of people that you're around, the types of energy that moves, how do they move, right? You're watching their energy. So the people that want to create shitstorms in your life, reevaluate yourself so that you don't lose your energy. So why should you, and it's storming outside, in her windows you see the lightning, same fucking storm, and in between you got a community, church, family, friends, co-workers, strangers that you don't even know, but they see you because you live in the community, and they see you and they hate you just because there's no reason for it, because they don't even know you, and they're even hating on you because of your intuition, that you're getting downloads, the way that you dress. All of a sudden you've just stopped having a habit in your life, and you're like, you know what, I stopped drinking actually, and I feel amazing, and my skin is going back to normal, and you know, it's been hard, but you know what, I thank my intuition, I thank my faith in myself, and those that help me the most by door to spirit, keeping that door open for yourself so that you can have that ultimate healing. But know that there's other people around you that want to stop that behavior, so they don't want to see you grow, because when you grow, you go away from this shit, and then like you drop your anxiety goes, all the stress goes, everything goes when you go away from all the drama that was holding you back. And then there's no more storms, because you're no longer entertaining the type of energy that you get from a community, may it be good or bad. So sometimes when you have to cut the umbilical cord, right, from a community, family, friends, strangers, co-workers, you know, acquaintances, maybe you have to move away. Like move away to a different province, to a different state, to a different country. You know, you change your location, and then when you change your location, so does the energy. The energy doesn't stay with you. It detaches. And it's up to you if you're gonna use your if you have poor judgment and you don't have anything pouring to you, nothing like that. There's nothing pouring. You've lost your door to spirit and all that kind of stuff, and you want to entertain the dirty shit. Then you're constantly gonna have always the storms, always the anxiety, always, you know, the panic, always whatever, and you're gonna entertain this bullshit. I'm like, that's not good for your well-being. And then you have dreams and aspirations when you're young. It's like, well, I want to become a doctor, but I'm surrounded by these fucking idiots. I was like, yeah, but you're choosing that. You're creating your own anxiety. You're creating your own storm within the community that you're surrounded by. Change, move. Maybe they fly away. And now your anxiety goes away. And then eventually the storm settles down. Because finally your intuition kicked in. And you're like, geez, I'm smart. As soon as I move the community away, it just goes away. Everything just goes away. That's the exact same thing. And then the trust within yourself comes back. And so does anything else in your life. Right? That's a message for someone. Let's see for any of these. they want me to do like the other side to this energy, okay? So whatever comes out, and the way it's I'm going to read it is the way that I'm going to read it for these messages. It may be all over the place, and it may be backwards, but I'm going to be reading it the way the story has come out, or it's a different story, okay? Take it as it is, buddy. And ma'am, I really appreciate you listening to my stories and things like that, but, you know, you're just gonna have to piece it together because this is your own story within many other people's stories. It's for all signs. It's for everything. It's just for all of the energy that's actually listening and saying, shut up already and give me the messages. We don't need to hear you talk. What are we paying for? You do. It's like, yeah, but you're not paying for me anything. It's like, if I was getting paid, I'd be rich. For all the messages and things like that I would know. It's like, right? All the answers and the questions that you have about certain things, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, haven't you ever think about this and think about that and think about this? And they're like, oh my god, we've never thought about that. I'm like, exactly. Different perspective to a story that may have actually experienced it and gotten stronger and seen a different perspective of, you know, a bad story, or like something that's totally fucking horrible, seen a different light than someone else did. Yeah. Or haven't experienced it and had the pleasure of listening to someone else's story so that that person listening can actually learn something from someone that they didn't experience it themselves. How amazing is that, to be listening to someone else going through an amazing story so that you can listen to a storyteller that tells a story about what happened in their life, that they've experienced this traumatizing thing and they've lived past it. It's like, how empowering is that within yourself to listen to someone else's story? Yeah, totally. I really appreciate people that are like listening in, and like if you have an awesome story, post it and like attach my name to it, and you know, I'll listen to you and I'll give you advice, or I'll just listen to you. It's like, that is super cool. Because your stories are gold. Because you've gone through them. And people that haven't experienced that, or haven't gone through the pain and the stories behind, like video stories, basically video stories of getting messages. That is the most awesomest thing ever. That you have a story that you can share with someone, and you're listening to their story so that they can heal, because they're helping other people understand how they move through this earth, or now that how life has changed them, that they can see a different perspective of someone else's eyes. How cool is that? You know, and that's through history as well, but also living history each and every day in the people that you meet on the street. They go through things that you have never understood, right? And never like comprehended. And then once you actually hear them speak, they're like, wow, you know so much, like you're so knowledgeable. But you're so quiet. I'm like, yes, because I listen to everyone else. I like listening to other people. Not to trying to be rude, but they have such an amazing experiences through life. With the way that they communicate and they speak to one another, it speaks volumes of their character and their heart going through every day in life and every day on earth. How they communicate, you know, about certain things. Are they screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs inside their own house talking about super stuff? Or are they actually having like a concrete understanding language, like a love language of like a passionate thing that they could record themselves talking about something? would educate someone else on their experience that they've had. Message. So getting back to this, get a few cards here. Get cards. Okay. So we got an upside down north, go the distance, compass and distance. So that person is no longer coming this way because what, their feelings were hurt. Yeah, that's the energy. And they're like, fine, if you feel that way, I'm not coming to see you. I'm like, okay, no problem. Someone else will, or I'll just go have fun without you, and we'll see you on my journeys. I'm sure. I'm sure you'll be like attracting. It's always a compass. You can always find the magnetized part of a compass and change it. So when even that's called like hot and cold, there's like that Katy Perry song, hot and cold. Yeah, that song. I can't sing Katy Perry. The only song that I really like is that Egyptian one, Dark Horse. Hidden in plain sight until they're not. Whispers in the dark. See, someone's been doing a little bit of whispering, trying to conjure up magic, right? Is it dark magic or is it love spells? You know, people do that. You've got to watch yourself. Left. Where's that Rihanna song? Take a left, take a left. That song, take a left, I think it is. Yeah, left. Maybe instead of going right, you go left. Or, you know, where they say that you have that intuition, you're using your intuition on saying, you know what, instead of going the normal route home, I think I'm going to go straight. Or I'm going to go left. Right? I won't go that way today. And then you miss a big massive accident and you would have been stuck in traffic for hours. And then you would have gotten home super cranky and it was something stupid. Right? And then you used your intuition to take the left or go straight, and you're using, right? You're bypassing whatever would have caused you chaos and a storm in your life. May it be in a small little, oh, there's one up here. It's on top. That was really weird. You don't even see that. Funny. This is hot. Spicy. Can't be controlled. Full of life. Queen of Airs and airhead. What's an airhead? Like your head is full, is in the clouds, is dreaming about things, is someone, I don't know, that could be many different things. It's like, if you think I'm a bad reader, I'm like, yeah, I'm just starting. This is just new. And eventually I'll get really good because I always like to perfect everything that I do, and in every job that I've ever worked. My resume is like super long. 25 years of horse experience and doing all like this super hard work that I really enjoy to do. Yeah. All the experience and the volunteering and the lessons that I've learned from other people and all the jobs that I've ever done in my life. Learned so many different things. So someone can't say, well, you must have just been, you know, an office girl. And I'm like, no, if you look at my resume, I'm like, holy shit, you've done a lot. You worked everywhere. You've been everywhere. I'm like, yeah. I like to like learn back on what I'm capable of doing for you. Be a well-rounded individual. So that when you get hired by like the higher up saying, we like you. We want you, right? Right? Maybe they're like, oh, someone's putting the brakes on something, not coming north. Maybe they're kissing their ass goodbye in the dark, right? Queen of Airs, airhead, hot, spicy, can't be controlled, right? Airhead, full of ideas. I always thought that an airhead would be like you're constantly thinking outside of the box, right? A cloud doesn't not have, it just continues, it's not confined. So if you're thinking outside of the box, an airhead is someone that constantly draws up the ideas for things to come into fruition for life. Interesting. That's a message for someone. Yes. I had that suspicion when I said whispers in the dark. It's like, and I wonder, someone is mad, okay? So like this next card that I'm holding, someone is mad. Someone is mad that you are fucking pulling away your energy. You are doing what you're supposed to do, and they're mad at you for daring to do this for yourself, because they're super upset that you had the ability to fucking heal yourself and use intuition and move away from the shitstorm community that has been doing whispers in the dark, right? We're all very well and good that, you have these base type of energies, but if people aren't actually reading the messages that are here for a collective energy from all signs, then it's not going to work out well in your favor, because it's not happening to everyone. But I can feel this energy is happening for a lot of people, like a lot of people, because they're like, if you've ever been to a horse race, okay, even if it's standardbred racing, pacers or trotters, even if you went to thoroughbred racing, all the horses are in the gate, right? They're all like chomping at the bit. They're just like, I'm ready. Like their adrenaline is just like vibrating. It's like, and the standardbred horses, by the way, pacers or trotters, are just as fast as the thoroughbred horses running at a full fucking gallop. Can you imagine the size of those horses' lungs and hearts? Right? Talk about running your heart out for something that you really love to do. Right? I say, and kudos to the people that are the grooms and looking after these beautiful, amazing animals that people spend so much money on. Right? But anyways, I've seen both sides of everything. I don't know where I was going with the horse story, but that's for someone. Someone is mad that you've started using your intuition, okay? Sorry, I get messages and they interrupt, and I'm really sorry. And that's just, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That I'll always come back to these messages, but messages that will come through no matter what. I have an agreement with the higher beings to be coming through with messages that are either urgent or messages that need to just come through for some people. Okay? Someone's pumping the brakes. Pumping's like not coming here because you're using your intuition to be knowing what is happening in your life, and you're blocking a toxic community that's creating anxiety and worry in your life. See, they don't even want me to talk about it. So they're doing black magic, whisper in the dark. So when I think about whispers in the dark, for me, when I'm like reading that card, it depends on what type of energy is in that person and what type of energy around me is creating blockages and negativity or things that people want to like be negative towards, right? I don't know that, right? So whispers in the dark means many different things. It depends on the person doing it. What are they doing? What intention are they doing? Whispers in the dark. What intention are they doing? Are they doing rituals where you're in a shower? Are they doing like pentagram? You don't know people that are doing even black magic, which is this card here, black magic, right? And it comes right across on the whispers in the dark because that is what usually people do. Why are they whispering in the dark at certain times of the hours throughout the day? What kind of blockages are they aiming to do for you? And is it going to reflect within your energy? And are you actually going to take it on? Are you going to be protecting yourself with certain crystals that's going to help alleviate and move off the energy that needs to move off without interfering in your everyday life? Message. So the dark magic and the whispers in the dark, people are doing certain things to bind you. They don't want you to move off of where their attachment is to you. Even though it's creating stress and anxiety, they want to keep you bound. Know that. And so using your intuition and tapping into yourself, using your faith, your whatever you believe in, and keeping to the people that believe in the same thing, or vibrating at a certain frequency that only attracts those types of individuals, right? Be very aware of strangers as well that you deal with on a daily basis, because even though that you may not know them, they may like secretly hate you just from the look of you, and you've never met this person before in your life, and they wish you bad things. They could be into dark magic. They could be getting off on that energy. So make sure that when you go home is that you protect yourself and you thank the universe, the day, the people that you were with, the energy that you received today. Thanking spirit, thinking about anything that is negative should be basically staying at the door outside, freezing its cold ass off. You know, that type of feeling, energy. Anything that is not your energy is to be returned to sender 10,000 times fold, 10 trillion times fold, whatever amount of energy. It's like that should be stated at the door. Thank you very much, because this is not working out for us. You do you, I do me. Peace, light, and love. You know, if you're doing whispers in the dark, that energy is going to come back to you. So please know that. Like, it doesn't matter. It's the energy attachment behind the person that they're intending that to be. Like spell is spelling. Your even whispers in the dark. It's like, do I whisper in the dark? No, I'm asleep. Like, I like waking up early because I'm an early bird, but you know, sometimes I go to bed super late and then I wake up super early. You know, it all depends on the body, how your energy is, how it flows, what energy that you surround yourself with, community. What type of energy do you surround yourself with? You know, are you listening to, you know, relaxing music, relaxing noises? Like there's different things, right? In your everyday life, in everyday story. But then you have other people here that are whispering in the dark. People that, you know, thought that they wanted to come towards you, but then you're speaking your truth. And you're using your intuition within and about yourself. And they're like, well, I'm not going to come towards you now. I'm going to like fucking pump the brakes because, you know, perhaps you're figuring out and using your intuition that you're finding me out. Oh my God, I can't believe that, you know, you would see that, right? And now they're trying to do whispers and darks and spells and, you know, all that kind of stuff to try to keep you bound and keep you in an anxiety state, right? Keep you stressed, keep you worried, keep you into the storm energy because of either this individual person or this group of people trying to keep you there because they don't want you to basically take your energy and go into more of a positive state for yourself, whatever that may look like to you. Are there any other messages that would like to come through? Any other messages? In other pies. So it's like in other pies. That's really weird. In other pies. It's like whisper us in the dark in other pies. So are they like a bisexual energy, a male energy, a player energy, a slut energy, like in other pies? Do you have fingers in other pies? Do you have wealth, right, in many different pies? Like, do you have your eggs all in one basket? Do you have them spread out in each investment? Are you, someone else doing whispers in the dark, right? Perhaps there's an investor that's doing whispers in the dark, right? Against your channel or against whatever, and they have their fingers in many different pies. Perhaps they can control what you do and say and things like that, because it's like an internal, external, ethereal threat, right? Through technology of like, well, I can do all this kind of stuff behind the scenes and get you shadow banned or anything like that. I'm like, why would you do that? The energy is there. It's going to be found out eventually, especially when judgment calls upon you, when you want to walk through the pearly gates. They see that. Even if you believe in it or not, everything you do is seen by the higher being. And I don't slam anyone's beliefs, but if I'm unsure of certain beliefs, please do not take offense that I would ask why things are the way that they are. And there's certain things that I'm looking for when I ask why, right? When I work for jobs and I ask them questions and they're like, you don't know how to answer you. I'm like, why not? It's like, don't you see this part of, the job aspect, that wouldn't you be asking that side of the question of like, what happens to this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, nah. And I'm like, okay, and you've worked here for over 20 years and you don't know what the byproduct of this does, and what? Right? That's me. I'm like, right? Are you in other pies? Maybe you're an investor and you're thinking of like how to invest in different ways to like get answers of what you're looking for. What are you looking for? Why are you wanting to help these people? Right? The question is like, why are you wanting to help these people? It's like, is it really money, or is it actually just listening to someone? Is it giving the opportunity? Or is it basically the person wants the handout for you to do it for them? You have the connections, and then therefore they get whatever they get with you, like a business deal. It's like, hey, how about I just sell you my money, my business, and then, I'll be happy with that. Right? Oh, but, this was your dream. No, my dream is just to get money and, live on a beach and live my everyday life and give money to people. So if I get a certain amount of money every month, I would just be doing everything but giving back to the community and everything, I'd have a really good life, but I'd give back so that every other person would have but I would be giving back in a different way than anyone else would be giving, right? Right? In other pies. But everyone, even though they have a dream, are they selling that dream for money so that they live stress-free for the rest of their life, living on a beach? Possibly. They don't have to do anything, and then life is super cheap, and that's all they do is like live on the beach, and they become the beach bum, opening up a shop. But they've got millions, but they've invested also their money in other different pies that would bring them wealth, because they've invested themselves into gold or silver or palladium or copper or sand. Sand is very important. That's a message for someone, right? These aren't whispers in the dark because it's being recorded and then I put it on YouTube, so there's not whispers, and I'm not doing any kind of black magic or voodoo, because these ideas and messages are coming out for people that really need them. So if you're trying to like, oh, she's doing like bad stuff, and I'm like, how is helping people doing bad stuff? How is showing people do spiritual baths or spiritual cleansing in a certain way that they would take it upon themselves? It's like, remember, any kind of bad entity and energy, even if you cleanse yourself and you send other people the bad energy, it's going to come back to you, right? It's going to bounce off their shield and get reflected, like in The Mummy, right? The movie The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Yeah. And the lady, I don't remember her name. She's an English actress. Sorry, I remember key parts and elements of the movie, right? But she's like, use the mirrors. Like, these mirrors are a reflection. Like, if you have the sun, right, up in the sky, and you're using something metallic and you're shining it up, right? You can use it as a mirror reflection, and you can bounce each other off if they're angled at a certain angle, and it lights up underground, right? Movie was mainly underground, right? That's how the majority of life lived, underground. Why would there be any hostilities if you're living abundantly underground, right? Above surface, you have an abundance. Life grows. Animals exist. Neanderthals, where were they living? In caves, keeping warm, underground. Some built tunnels, and some didn't. Some exposed themselves out to the elements, and they started living in trees, and then they had to, cover up. I'd rather still be in a cave. It's natural. And you can damn well know that no animal is going to be digging down into rock. Right? Even the strongest bear, it could like literally break it. But what type of bear can crush granite rock? Right? Or, right? This is a message for someone. It's weird, but that's a message. So in other pies, where's your investments? Maybe there's people out there doing like it. There are people trying to block your process, like your own intuition. They don't want you to put out the videos. They don't want people to help. You help them and them help you, and the vice versa, because they're helping you through the messages that you get, and then you can get them here. So this dark magic, who do you know that is dabbling in such, or what type of shows are they watching? Are they watching that Ghost Adventures, or the ghost shows that come on? Are they watching the creepy things like the creepy skeleton creatures that are like ghostly white, right? Things that are happening, right? And they talk about Sasquatches and all that, and I'm going to tell you my Sasquatch story here. Totally. So maybe I shouldn't. You know what? I'm going to save that for another time, because we're in the middle of this, and I don't want to interrupt that. But yes, I have seen a Sasquatch, and that was at Yahatinda in Alberta, Canada. Yes, I've seen a Sasquatch. I know what they smell like. I know what they look like. And everyone that has been at Yahatinda knows what I'm talking about. And people that have experienced it, it's a special place. It's a different place. Not everyone has been afforded the luxuries to go to and experience for themselves. Because I've got stories there that have happened to me and my partner at that time, which, you know, I've told other people and they're like, oh my God, you're so crazy. I'm like, yeah, but he was the best person to be around at that time of my life. So of course you would trust someone that's carrying his baby, right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna tell that story another time when it pops up. You might have to remind me, and if I remember, I remember, and if I don't, I don't. But then, you know what, when, you know, and it deals with people, right? My experiences with that person, good and bad. But I'm not really here to bash people unless they actually do come up, and I was disturbed by the fact that they have taken something from me spiritually, just for their own spiritual well-being, which is uncool, by the way. You don't do that. And if you take shit from other people, please return it. Yeah, that's not cool either. It's not yours. Are you jealous? Yeah, you're jealous because, you know what, you figured out your intuition and you don't want to deal with their bullshit anymore. And now they're going to talk whispers in the dark and go, you know, and use their intention. That's when I say about energy, and it all energy is affected. That's what I'm talking about. It's energy of that person. What type of energy? How are they walking on this earth? How are they vibrating, and how are you vibrating? What is your vibration? It matters. People can feel that. And either they are attracted to you or they stay the fuck away from you. The way that you dress, the way that you talk, the way that your hair is, the way that you look at people. And your eyes give off, or they conceal messages. Like they can put up shields, right? Protection, right? Protection. Giving back. Like, no, you can't see, right? It depends. What is your protection away from this bullshit that's trying to create bad shit in your life? For what reason, right? Look at the people around. Look at your community. It's giving you anxiety and stress in your life so that you can move the fuck forward and you're not stuck, because these people are going whispers in the dark. The devil doesn't always wear red. Sometimes it can be masked to be like an angel. Someone that's always wearing white. Even someone that's always wearing dark. Someone that's always wearing bright colors. You know, maybe the people that, you know, are the evilest, you know, find what your energy is to be the work of a devil. Because they don't understand that light workers have a different energy, divinely energy, right? Could be a community, family, friends. Maybe you have horses. Maybe you have a dog. Maybe you have children that like to go hiking and you take them places that, you know, it's a group activity, you know, dinosaurs, museums. You know, I don't know. The people that you're around that give you stress and anxiety, and then are also secretly whispering behind your back, like using, like the sword analogy in tarot, having the swords stuck in your back, basically whispers in the dark, people that are talking ill about your well-being and your spirituality, moving away from the drama that no longer serves your highest being and will. And people have a problem with it because they want to keep you stuck, right? They want to keep you where they are comfortable, and you're no longer comfortable, and you fucking want to move forward, and you can't, because you're stuck with that type of energy until you can actually move away. And then once you move away, everything, the storm goes away, it settles, everything is calm, the beach is back to a normal vibration. It's clearing out your energy. You're moving away and you're using your intuition. There will always be people trying to communicate with you through the whispers of the dark, and they're sending black magic. You always have to continue using your highest good and your intuition and keeping your faith open for a smooth sailing. Okay, upside down foggy. It's no longer foggy, right? It's upside down. It's like clean. You're clean. You know how you part through the fog sometimes on a sailing ship, and it's the most beautiful sight that you've seen, and then it parts open, and then the fog bank opens to like crystal clear. This is very similar. Queen of Airs. Perhaps the Queen of Airs is like the queen of like the high empress on the crest on the hill where the fog doesn't touch. Right? Everything is blue skies and smooth sailing. And everything else, all the storms are below a certain point inland. And all the community is still mulling about while your energy is high above. It's like high up above, right? Any other messages before I close this out? I don't think so. I do not feel the... Oh, there's one more little message here. Hopefully not too long. Angels. So you're listening, and it's right on the goddess of the moon and the door to spirit, right? How perfect is that, right? So your angels are around you. Just know that any kind of messages that you feel like you're lost in some way, you can call out to your angels and your spirit guides and your spirit team to be helping you in the times of need. All right? No one is going to put you down for asking spiritually for help. Right? Whatever that looks like to you. I'm no biased here, and no bias to anyone else, and hopefully none to me, because I don't wish that on anyone. It's like, you do you the way that you vibrate with you, and trust your guides and intuition and your angels. Your angels are always around you, and all the other people that have died on, that have transformed into angels, they're around you too. So you're never alone. Even though that you lost your husband many years ago, you can move on, right? He's always around you. Put out bird feeders. They like that, Be kind to nature. Air, Gemini, Libra sign. So, it's like a grounding Gemini, Libra. I'm not, it's different. Maybe this is the type of energy, the air flow, air. What else does the air do? Right? What type of other elements are in the air that you breathe? Is it carbon dioxide? Is it nitrogen? Is it argon? Is it C25? Is it a mix, which would they call like mid-mix, right? Would it be a combination of medical gases as well that we breathe on an everyday basis? And the more that we have, are we more clear, like clarity? Are we thinking more outside the box because we're surrounded by certain gases? And that changes your molecular level inside. Once you intake gases, you might, as a woman, you may not be able to produce children for how many years that you've worked at a facility like that. Like you change your levels because you've increased the gases within your body. And how does it affect, right? There's only a certain amount of people that can actually work in the acetylene plant. Most of the time you'll get a fucking headache when you go into that plant. It was so like and after a while you're like, oh god, I don't know how you guys can be here. They're like, oh, we got used to it. Because their genetics in their DNA code have changed molecularly from the gases. It's crazy. Crazy how some people can get used to a smell and other people are like, oh god, I don't know how you can stand that, right? A certain individual that can handle that type of gas, right? Totally. Certain gases that you can handle and be around, and some that you can't. And how do I know this? Because I worked at Praxair. It was an awesome job. I've learned so much from many different people and all the people that work there. Some of them had no fucking clue, alright? And I had to basically self-educate myself on people telling me about these gases and what they do and what they're used for, because that's the fascinating part of things. It's like you get to see people come in and it's like, what are they actually using all these gases for? And there's so many, and the lab was so busy with making new gases for many different other companies. I'm like, well, that's where the moneymaker is right there. Yes, you're a gas plant, but you're also making specialized gases for laboratories that are needing special gases for, like, even me working for TrueScan, when they use the helium, and I'm like, why are you using balloon grade helium? You're not getting the same spectra as you would be if you're using medical grade helium. You're getting the small dirty aspects of like regular helium that may not be helium because they started mixing it, I believe, with if you mix it with hydrogen with helium, you're getting a cleaner. You're gonna have to mix it, all right? Helium is running out. There's a small pockets of helium. I know there's like, oh, you're not supposed to tell the secret. I'm like, is it a secret though? All investors know that, right? If you can harness, here's an idea. How about you harness the helium and the hydrogen that you get from the sun and use like a vacuum system to harness the energy, right? I know it's a long shot, but that is like, you only need a little bit to charge the things that you would need to charge here on Earth. It's like, it would be like a secret, they're saying it would be like a super chip of that movie Home, right? With the purple thing. It was my son's favorite movie, with that guy that played Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang, right? And Rihanna, right? That was an awesome movie, by the way. Like, but that's the thing. Everyone would have a super chip. That's like, so a business would be relying on super chips, right? And now, is that Starlink? Maybe. Are they harnessing asteroids that hit the Earth in a certain point, and they're using what energy is it called, where it's like an infinite energy, right? Message. Anyways, right here, look, learning and guidance. So learning and guidance, right? I'm gonna make it super easy for people to understand how to read messages, because it shouldn't be hard. You shouldn't be like having to look up stuff and not knowing. So you're learning through your steps. You're learning through, the bullshit. I'm not talking bullshit. There's stories in there, but sometimes I think sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't really know what she's talking about. She's talking about gibberish, but is it gibberish, or is it actually a story that you're supposed to stop and think about, right? Stop and think about this situation that you're in. Are you entertaining the masses where they want to create confusion and storm and anxiety and stress and whatever? Or are you going to pull yourself away and trusting your intuition, your guidance, your angels, Archangel Michael, Saint Elizabeth, whoever that is trying to do you harm, right? You have, these anxiety, stress individuals in your community are doing whispers in the dark. It's very similar to the Page of Swords energy, where they want to stab you in the back and, try to get back at you some way. They also may try to do things like to deface your name. It's like you gotta just keep on maintaining being strong for yourself, even though they try to antagonize and poke the bear. Because, people like doing that. They want to see your reaction. So, but if you do not react the way that they are hoping that you react, who is going to look like a fool? They are. For all the antics and tactics that they try to bestow upon you, when you still come out like the rising star, the shining flame, right? You're the angel. You are within your energy to be shining at a different vibration than those people that want to keep you stuck and keep you full of anxiety and stress in your life so that you stay at their vibration. It's like, so which, you're no longer seeing the fog. They're no longer controlling you in the sense that you're seeing something bad within yourself, because it's their vision that they want to keep you stuck, right? They're going to see and they're going to make you out to be someone that you're not when they no longer can get things from you. And then when they can't get things from you and you're using your intuition, that they no longer can cause you all that stress and anxiety they once did and they once put upon you. Because now you're seeing their bullshit and you're seeing through, you're cutting out the bullshit. You're no longer seeing what they wanted you to see. They wanted to portray a certain thing for your life, and then you've pulled yourself away from that, and you're now releasing all of that excess energy that's not yours and no longer yours. And so that you're trusting your intuition and your guides a lot more. You're getting the messages, you're listening to messages, you're also reading and learning messages, right? The dark magic is going to eventually just fizzle up and fucking die, because it's going to be returned to sender, and all the people that wish to do harm to other people, it's going to be bounced back. It's like, it doesn't matter of how many protection spells that you try to put back. One day it's going to wear off. It's going to just dissipate from your cells and your being, and you're going to be open and exposed to be receiving what whispers that you spoke in the dark to someone else. They're going to be waiting right there for you. The energy, think of it as the matrix, right? If you're in an energy, and the energy is right there waiting for you to just be coming goping, just like that. It's just right there waiting to be entering back into your energy when you let your guard down. So how do you move on this earth? How do you vibrate? Are you vibrating at a certain frequency that is good for everyone, and everyone is getting, everyone's happy about the situation that's at hand? Or are you causing shit so that they have stress and anxiety because you ultimately want to control them? Because then if they move away with their intuition and they finding that you're a piece of shit that whispers in the dark and does black magic on them, why would they ever want to be around you in the first place if they saw that, right? But you had that facade. You put everything as they want to say it's like a facade. It's like you go to a ballroom dancing, a mask parade, masked ballroom dancing, right? Everyone is in a mask, and the real thing that you can see is their eyes, or can you, right? You don't know who that person is. You know what they dress like for that evening, but you don't actually see their face. And sometimes you don't see their eyes, and sometimes you do. Right? Are you learning the signs from different people? Are you learning how your community dresses? Are you understanding and breaking down using your intuition to be receiving the messages that you need to be receiving? Do you know who's whispering in the dark or doing evil spells or wishing you badly? Or, when you meet them again and they're like, I thought you were ghosting me. And I'm like, no. You've been sick. I've been sick. I'm not coming around you. Right? It's winter. It's bloody cold outside. I'm not really wanting to be around people that, if I see you, I see you. But if I don't, I don't. No hard feelings. Don't take offense to it. I don't know why you have to be taking offense to something. And you shouldn't be sending people bad magic or whispers in the dark or anything like that, because that can be reflected back to you and can put you in harm's way. It's like, so if you're into that, please don't. That's not good for you. And if you're doing that, it's going to come back and bite you. Eventually. Whenever you do let your guard down, it does eventually come back and bite you. This person that's pumping the brakes and not wanting to go north anymore has chosen not to come forward to you. False individual with hands in as many pies. As like in other pies, it could be a sexual thing. It also could be that thought that it could be taken for a fool. Yeah, I don't see anything that I haven't covered here, so I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Use your intuition on things that are going to help you in the long run. Know who you surround yourself with in your community. If you want to shake off the storms and the anxiety in life, perhaps that you're going to have to do a reevaluation on the people that you have surrounded yourself around. Even intentionally or unintentionally, just do a recheck on yourself, and block and delete people that no longer serve your highest good, where they want to, if they're not cheering for you, if they're not clapping, if they're not encouraging your growth, if they're not, if they only want to tell you their problems and that you're basically there as a welcome mat so that they could wipe their feet on you, that's not cool. All right, you're not someone's welcome mat where they can just fucking wipe their feet on you, and that when you have a problem or you have a creation that you would like to do, they're not there supporting you. They're not asking you how you're doing, and it's like, hey, do you need any help? I'd love to have some. Let me help you out. Even the people that you reach out to regarding anything that you're creating. So it could be like you've gotten into the business that you wanted to do a greenhouse, or something that would give back to people, or something that someone needs, right? Or you're creating like a sense aromatherapy type of stuff. You're doing like essential oil stuff, right? And if there's people out there that say that they support you, but they're not supportive. They don't say, hey, can I get a sample of what you're doing? And then, they don't have, that's not the type of people that you want to be around, because they're only there to, so that's where your intuition has to come from, where your community, right? Who do you have supporting you? Who's clapping? Or who's doing their own thing, right? Who's like, when you're surrounded by the people that, you love to do, and like the support, not love to do, not meaning like sex. This isn't a sexual thing at all. So any sexual energy that comes through, no, bounce right off, man. Go pound sand. I'm not interested in that. Like, these messages are supposed to be for everyone, not just like the sexual, lusty, busty, player, third party energy. Like, this could also be third party energy that creates such an imbalance on you, and you're choosing to walk away from lusty, busty, and musty, you know? That's put you into like always an angry, you know, you're annoyed. You can't believe that you're being cheated on, and you're finally just walking away from this situation instead of being kept into a storm situation where it's causing stress and anxiety and all that kind of stuff that you don't want to experience because you've experienced it enough in your life. And so you choose to walk away and put self-love in yourself, which is a lot better. But then, of course, when you choose to walk away, you get the dark magic and the whispers in the dark, because these people that are in your community don't like the fact that you're fucking walking away from them, because you've seen that you no longer want to be around lusty, busty, and musty, right? Crusty, musty, busty, whatever. You know, you don't want to be around that energy that's causing you all this pain and strife in your life. And then you choose to walk away and choose self-love. And then your angels are on top of it, right? You're keeping your faith and moving forward, knowing that you're going in the right direction. But yeah, you're gonna have to deal with these people that are wanting to keep you stuck, right? Many pies, it could be many of these pies, right? In other pies, like in energy, a third party situation as well. It's like, no thank you, return to sender, go back to your master. I no longer want to entertain into that energy. And that's what you can say personally as someone listening to another readers. Like, you can literally say within your own energy to any of these energies that are you're around, I no longer wish to be entertained by this smut. It's no longer my best interest within myself, within my own personal growth, to be entertained by this anymore. It's causing me stress. It's causing me anxiety. It's causing me paranoia. It's causing all of this type of stuff. And as soon as you go away for like the weekend, right, the storm goes away and totally fucking leaves out of the picture, you're feeling more relaxed and open and calm and, you know, like cool as a fucking cucumber, because you're totally relaxed in the situation without having the fucking storm and shitstorm from other people, right? Totally. But then when you pull your situation, you realize, oh, I'm going to leave this situation. You guys are adults, I'm adults, it's time for me to move on. They always want to do black magic and whispers in the dark and things behind closed doors, like no one else can know, right? Unless you're actually in that energy, and it's like then you're actually seeing this is what they're actually doing behind closed doors. So you got to be super careful, right? Got to keep up that spiritual path, and however that you do it for yourself. If you don't know how to do that, then you got to watch my other videos, because I explain it, right? And I think it should be explained to people that are unknowingly open to other people that know how to read them really fucking well, and they don't know how to read themselves or know the energy for like what's coming through their lives or in their life or whatever, right? This could also be past, present, and future. It's usually present and potentially future. The past, it does show up, but all of these cards are all present, in present time of what's happening in someone's life. You take it as it resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, well then, I wish you the best of luck getting your messages, hopefully in another different form. And yeah, but this is mine, and we are done. And thank you very much for the time that we have spent time together. See, we are already building a relationship, right? I'm giving you an hour and then some of my energy in returns for your ears to listen. Yeah. See, you're getting to know me without knowing me. How awesome is that, eh? And you're like, oh, she's really quiet. I'm like, no, I'm actually quite the talkative one. You know, everyone's like, oh, you're so shy. And I'm like, I'm only shy when I feel unsure of things and around new people, because I'm watching or I'm paying attention of how they move and how they vibrate, right? Like everyone should be able to measure the vibration of people, and if they want to entertain that energy or not, right? Why should they be ostracized for, you know, picking what type of energy that they want to have around themselves? Like, that's really super uncool, right? Why would you hunt someone down for that type of energy, right? I don't know. So to each their own, right? Blessings to everyone. I wish no harm to come to anyone. I wish only peace, light, and love. And until next time, I hope you have a good breakfast. Make sure you eat maybe some pancakes with blueberries on the side. Yeah, that sounds really lovely. So I hope you do that. And until next time, peace, light, and love.